Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria 2, where I was looking around before this recording session and I noticed a couple of interesting things. First off, Spain has some rebels down over here, which is fascinating. They're gonna crush them, but that's still an interesting thing. Also, this war is not going well for one side, it would seem. Let's take a quick look here. Yeah. The UK is just absolutely crushing everyone else. Okay, well, we're not part of that war, so it sounds good to me. So realistically, the other thing that I noticed is that all of a sudden we're now losing money. Why are we losing money? Probably just because we actually imported iron? Yeah, we actually imported iron. Okay, so the other thing that I noticed, that I can't believe I didn't notice before, is this. That's a lot of research points. I'm thinking we should probably go all the way down this tree. It does give a few inventions, but investing in these research points early on is probably a good idea. I mean, it's not exactly early on anymore, but in future playthroughs of this game, that would probably be the best idea. So we're going to finish off private bank money. And then after that, we're just going to hammer through these philosophies, if we can. They should go relatively quickly, because every one that we get will, beyond this one, which will go as quickly as everything else we've been doing, and give us a 50% increase, everything else is going to double it. Which is kind of huge. So I think that's what we're going to go for, and then we're just going to continue rushing industry and commerce techs after that. If we get into a war, we can start working on mill techs, but I'm not too interested in that right now. Now, we are building some railroads over here. So that's one thing that we can do. Hello, canned food production output. I will happily take that. We can continue to expand our railroads. Union busting. Oh boy. We control the unions, though. Get out of here, rich people. Like, the unions are state-controlled. They're fine. Now, as far as our actual production goes here, things are going reasonably well. Small arms are being produced and sold at a fairly high rate. Well, we aren't really producing that much of them because there's an ammunition shortage, because there's a sulfur shortage right now, but, I mean, a huge part of that is simply because this war is eating up a lot of stuff. And, that war is going to end soon. So we should probably consider hopping into trade here. And setting our maximum stockpile for sulfur, for iron, and for... we don't really care about coal. Sulfur and iron are the two big raw goods, but timber is another fantastic one. I just want to buy everything on the market for those, realistically. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. There isn't a lot of them on the market right now, but that's okay. They will hopefully, over time, slowly tick in. And yeah, we are, we've got a timber shortage, to be sure. Timber, sulfur, and iron are our three core issues right now in terms of our vertical integration. And the unfortunate thing... oh, hello, admin efficiency. We are now going to do, as I said, and just go after these research points. Okay, so let's go into our geo output here and take a quick look around. I don't think there's any timber whatsoever in the area. I know there's no iron or sulfur. Iron all the way down here, and there is timber in this Spanish territory as well. We'd have to fight Spain for it. Is there any sulfur even on the continent of Africa, though? I don't see any so far. Maybe to the north? That appears to be a negatory. So where is the closest sulfur? Mosul, up here, I think? That is very far away. No wonder we're having issues. Okay, well, that's certainly interesting. Surely this war is going to be over soon. They're at 99% war score. They're at 100% war score. They just keep adding war goals, though. This is going to be quite the peace deal. Oh, there it goes. Well, that was interesting. So that war being over should theoretically mean that our trade should be doing even better now. I hope. But there's a distinct lack of sulfur in the global market, and as far as I know, there's no way to make these raw materials other than just have a province that has them, which is a little bit unfortunate. Wait, why is our... Hang on. I mean, I do want this automated, but I want this to be here. I want the stockpile to be maxed. Does the automation change the max stockpile? It seems to. Okay, so we turn off the automated trading, set the maximum stockpile to 2,000, confirm. Okay, buying up stockpile. Oh my. Look at those costs. Did we go into debt there? We did. That's okay. We're going to insist that Ethiopian Benin is ours, because it absolutely is. And then, after that, the question becomes, where do we see our stockpile at? And also, no current crisis. That's intriguing. Well, let's go ahead and repay the loan that we took. There we go. And then I just want to look at what our current stockpile is. So we're not buying stockpile for anything but timber right now. So where can we see our stockpile? I don't actually know. I would think it'd be in this view somewhere. Oh, stockpile, here. Okay, so we have filled up our stockpile on those things. That's perfect. And then we just try to maintain it at 2,000, and then when there isn't anything in the anything on the market, then it can tick down. That's perfectly fine. Excellent. So now, theoretically, our factories should be performing better, although they're not getting sulfur or iron? We have sulfur and iron in stock. Is it not using the stockpile goods? That's weird if it's not. Is there an option to open up the stockpile to our factories? That's subsidies and shutting it down. I'm not sure what's going on there, because it seems to me like it should be able to pull from our stockpile. I want it to be able to. Is that a policy I need to set somewhere? I'm unsure. Because we can see that we have quite a need of iron, but we have 2,000 iron in the stockpile currently, but yet this factory isn't getting iron. Which strikes me as odd, because I have 2,000 iron. So how can I get my factories to use stockpile goods? I can't click on these here. I can click on this. Interesting. I mean, I think we want to expand our ammunition factory if we had a source of sulfur. That would make sense. But we don't have a source of sulfur. Timber, I'm currently buying stockpile for, according to this, but our stockpile isn't going up. Presumably because there isn't timber available. Yeah, there's no timber available on the market right now. So my question is, why can't I run my factories off of my stockpile? I mean, I guess it gets used for construction, which is fine. Like, we'll go ahead and get this up to level 3 railroads over here. That's completely fine. Do we want clergymen to gain consciousness? Sure, they can do that. I'm not too opposed to that. Okay, so these railroads need steel and cement, which we do produce. But I just want to check to see... Also, the cat has decided to start yelling in the hallway. He'll be fine. He, just might make a little noise for right now. Okay, so, empiricism is going to be researched here pretty soon, and we're going to continue going down this tree. I still kind of wonder why we can't seem to put our stockpile goods into our factories. It'd be awful nice if we could, because the way it is right now, we're kind of buying everything and stockpiling it, which is kind of not good for our factories, because we can't pull from our stockpile. So with that being the case, I kind of... Oh, hello. Factory cost reduction. Okay. I kind of want to only stockpile, like, 1,000? And will that start reducing our stockpile? Of timber. This is timber. So we want to drop this down to like 1,000. Or thereabouts. Okay, is there still a sulfur shortage? There is. Even though we have more in our stockpile than our maximum stockpile. Okay, I'm kind of confused by this then. Because it definitely seems to me like my factories, at least when they're subsidized, should for sure be able to draw from our stockpile. That's very strange indeed. Hey, tax efficiency. Fantastic. And we're spending a bunch of money on something. And we're fine. I don't know what we were spending money on there, but presumably it was on, like, timber or something. Filling out our timber stockpile. Okay. So yeah, how do we release our stockpile to our nation? Because, like, we have 20 cotton stockpiled right now, but that's irrelevant. We have 2,000 sulfur stockpiled, and I'm just wondering, how do we get that to our factories? Hey, empiricism finished. That's fantastic. So, let's see here. From improved tech plus 150%. Okay, so 150% of the base research points. Now we do get 1 base and 0.35 from our literacy. And then an additional 3.08 base. So call it 3.4. 4.4. So every time we go up, we're getting an additional 4.4. That's all well and good. So how much is this going to cost? Only a little more. We'll go ahead and research that, because I want to get more research points. And then let's go ahead and increase our education budget just a little bit here to about 30%. So that way our literacy comes up, and that will get us additional research points as well. Okay. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Subscribe for more, and next episode, I'm probably going to keep trying to figure out why I can't send my stockpile into my factories and what I need to do for that. So, that'll be vaguely exciting at best. See you all next time.